Tyler Wanger of MSBN, and I'm joined by junior Erin Mason of the women's track and field team as they're preparing for the 2014 PSAC Indoor Championships this weekend. And Erin, you know, you're a junior now, and you've been to, this will be your third trip to the PSAC Championships. How does that experience, you know, just kind of help calm you down, but also, you know, help you prepare for the championships?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty used to them. I've been doing them since freshman year, so I have a little more experience than the younger girls on this team. But I know we talk about this all the time, and it's kind of like any other meet, except you need to perform. It's the one that actually matters, but you just have to run your race like every other race. So we just try to tell them that. Don't get too overwhelmed, because it's just a meet like every other.
Yeah, and you guys have done really well so far this year, and specifically the sprinters have done well. And you know, you and Kiara Allen both participate in similar events. You know, how is that kind of friendly rivalry? You know, how have you guys used that to, you know, push each other to do better?
Yeah, well, as you know, Kiara Allen, she's provoed nationally, so she is up there with one of the top sprinters. She is a top sprinter in the PSAC, so she definitely pushes me, especially in the 60 and the 100. I think I also push her in probably like the 2 and the 4. With not just her, the whole sprinter team, we really are so close-knit that we push each other. We're really competitive with each other. So every practice, we just push each other to try to be the best. And we want to beat each other, but we want to see everyone be successful in the long run.
And, you know, the sprinters really have been successful. You know, you mentioned Kiara with provisional time on the national level so far this year. You know, and last year at the indoor championships, you guys might not have competed, you know, maybe to the ability that you were expecting. But so far in this indoor season, you guys have, you know, really surprised some people and really, you know, come on strong. So do you think you'll be able to surprise, you know, the rest of the conference at the championships this weekend?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think all of the PSAC schools underestimate us. Looking at the standings, I think we're top 3 in most of the sprinting events too, and I think we're going to definitely surprise a lot of people, especially in our relays that we have. And I think people are going to be surprised of what we do, and I think we'll place much better than we did last year.
Good. Well, we wish you guys the best of luck, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
And now we are joined by redshirt sophomore Kiara Allen. And Kiara, you know, you've been running really well this indoor season. You posted an NCAA provisional time in the 60-meter dash. You know, what are you expecting from yourself at the PSAC Indoor Championships, and what are you hoping to accomplish?
Well, as far as like myself concerned in the 60, I'm kind of just not trying to pressure myself into it, because then I psych myself out. So I go with any race, you know, even if I, you know, qualify for NCAA and end up actually going, I'm just going to run it like any other race, because if I, you know, treat it differently, I think that I'm going to, you know, kind of psych myself out, like I said before. So I think that's, obviously I want to, you know, be able to break the record again, and also just place, you know, do a good job at NCAA, you know, my personal best. Not, you know, everyone's personal bests are different, so I think that would be a great accomplishment in itself, just being able to provo nationally in indoor track for the 60 meters. So, yeah.
Well, we definitely think you have that ability, and we hope that you can do that this weekend. But just looking at the team as a whole, you know, there's a lot of sophomores and juniors on this team, and some people might look at it and say, you know, they're inexperienced, but you know, they all competed last year at the PSAC Championship, so you guys have that experience this year. How do you think that experience of competing, you know, kind of on the big stage will be able to help you at the championships this weekend?
I think that, I mean, even though our team is really young, we're still talented. We still have the drive. We still have motivation. We still really want to do well. So I don't think that, I think that's just a mindset that everyone has. Oh, you know, she's young. She's just a freshman. So, you know, she still has this many years left. But for us, we want to make every year count. And I think that that's what we're going to go into, you know, championships thinking like we can do this, even though we're young, we're inexperienced, we don't have as much experience as the other teams, but just from the looks of things, other teams are actually, you know, kind of scared of us now, and it's nice to know that we were kind of the underdogs, you know, and now we're a team that, you know, everyone in the championship watches now. It's nice to know that, you know, we can finally take it to the next level. So that's what, we're all looking forward to, is just going into it, trying our hardest, and just running all of our races and just cheering each other on.
You guys throughout this indoor season, you've progressively, gotten better, posted better times. You're continuing to advance. So, what's it going to take? You just talked about going to that next level. What's it going to take for this team, to go to the next level and to move its way up on the team leaderboard and to post some really high scores?
Well, I think it's all about camaraderie. I think that just coming together as a team and supporting each other, and even if someone has a bad meet or has a bad race, you still want to encourage them. You don't want them to get discouraged because of that, and you just want to lift everyone up. I think our team does a really good job of being able to come together and just work together as a team rather than individually, because track and field can tend to be an individual sport at times. But I think our team is different because we don't make that a priority. Individuality is not a priority. Being a team is a priority. So that's why I do well, is because my team is supporting me 100%. And I think a lot of girls can agree that's why they do well as well.
Well, thank you for joining us today, and we wish you and the Marauders the best of luck at the PSAC Championships.
Thank you.
And we are now joined by sophomore Erin Madison. And Erin, this will be your second trip to the PSAC Indoor Championships. Last year, you were an all-PSAC selection. And, now with your second trip there, what's it going to take for you, not just to be all-PSAC, but to, possibly compete and be a PSAC champion?
It's going to be really tough. My best event is the 400, and that's a very stacked event, and they're very good teams out there. There's Edinburgh has some very good girls, so do Ship, and so do we. There's Kayla and I, who are both in contention to score, but you just got to go all out. There's just got to be nothing holding me back, and that'll be the way I score and win.
And track and field is so often looked at as an individual event, but there are a lot of events like the relay events where you need a team. You need 3 other people helping you out to do well. And specifically looking at the 4x400 relay team that you're a member of, you guys have the chance to post a really good time if you perform to the best of your ability. So what is that 4x400 relay team doing now to prepare, and what are you guys hoping to accomplish at the indoor championships?
We're just training really hard. We have a very good 4x4 team. We actually broke a very old record, and we're very proud of that. And so we are hoping all to drop a half a second each, and if we do that, we definitely have a good chance to not only score but to potentially win. And looking at our scores right now, and if we do our best, everybody does their best, then we have a chance to make Provo for nationals, and that's very exciting.
That definitely would be very exciting. And you also compete in the 60-meter high hurdles, and you, along with freshman Ariana Camel. Can you just talk about kind of the friendly rivalry that you guys have? And she actually broke your school record that you set last year. So how you guys push each other to do better in that event.
It's awesome. She's a very, very good athlete, a very explosive athlete, which makes her great in the 60 hurdles. And she told me that she was coming after me, and I knew it from the start, but it just pushes me. Like, every time we have a race together, we look at each other and we're like 1 and 2, and it just pushes us to be the best athlete that we can be.
Great. Well, we wish you and the rest of the Marauders the best of luck this weekend at the PSAC Championships.